Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hello, good evening, and welcome to game number 1 of the PUBG Reddit end of season tournament. I am Jorisar, and your observer this evening is SamWalton. We are about to hop into game number 1 of 4. These games will be on Miramar. We have had end of season tournaments before on Erangel, and I believe also on Sanhok, so Miramar is getting its turn this time around. We have games hosted on EU and NA from a server point of view. Our EU games will be first and third, our NA games will be second and fourth, and our 2 third-person games will be first up. So this is EU third person to start off game number 1. We have 18 teams, or 17, pardon me, fighting to get a share of first place, where each player will get an Arctis Pro headset from SteelSeries. Second place will get a Rival 600 mouse, and third place will get a Rival 310 or Sensei 310 mouse. And these are all one per player as well, so the stakes are high, ladies and gentlemen. Looking forward to seeing how well these guys do. So the plane is going to be an 11 o'clock to 5 o'clock path here. As we move down past Los Leones, basically nobody left on the plane. Let's go ahead and see where everyone has dropped. Relatively even, but I have to say Oasis up top seems to be home to no fewer than 3 teams, possibly 4 at the moment. I wonder who has dropped there. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what is going on. A couple of people maybe long shooting to Campo Militar. Let's see if we can zoom in on some of those parachutes and see where they are going. So a couple of people from Team 6, that's Team Chundi, moving in towards, and that is towards Oasis as well. So it looks like they are claiming the eastern part of this. In the meantime, we have Team 2. Team 2 are Uncle Bobby's Lizard Farm, and possibly on the score sheet they will be abbreviated to Lizard Farm. Oh, and they are going to be going towards Torre, but the circle could not be further from them, as we have a southwestern quadrant circle. The guys in El Pozo are going to be reasonably happy with that. That's Team PUBG, Team 17, who have landed there. Monte Nuevo, though, is in a little bit of a scrap right now, as we have the MCH Pound Boys, that's Team 8, going up against Team 13, washed up in Sanhok, and this is not their native ground at all. Mitchy Boy now for MCH. Possibly looking for an opportunity to get a couple of shots in. Bear in mind, this is third person, so seeing around those buildings is slightly easier than you otherwise would. Going into first person as he hops into the building as well, looking for some early close quarters combat, but with only the pistol available, there's only a limited amount of time he wants to do that before he should hightail it due to other people getting ARs. That's Go 656 taking down Mr. Muffs to start off this engagement. Mr. Muffs is safe behind that corrugated wall. Ghost getting quite far, actually, from the rest of his team. Jay Wick would have to move across some open space to get to him if he got downed right now, but it looks like Team 13 have firm control, and washed up in Sanhok look to take the first kill here as he hops around the wall and finishes his kill. Mr. Muffs, the first person out of this game, unfortunately, and the battle for Monty certainly is advantage right now for Team 13, washed up in Sanhok. Where is Team 11? Team 11 is SteelSeries. Oh, we'll find them in just a little bit. I am 2K from Team 2K, conveniently. Team number 15 trying to get it down on a parachute. They won't succeed just yet. I'm looking out for Team 11. Oh, they are on the bottom right. So Team SteelSeries, the guys you want to kill if you want that, if you want the 100 mouse per kill, ladies and gentlemen, these are the guys you want to be targeting. They're in between Los Leones and Puerto Paraiso at the moment. Team 8 hightailing it out of there. MCH losing 1 member early, and the remaining 3 people moving down. I like this very much. It's a good play from them. They don't want to be disadvantaged 3v4. Also, one of them only had a pistol. It was getting rather difficult for them to loot. So they're going to be moving down to Valdemar. Can't really fault them for doing that. The problem is Team 16, the Tragic 4, are there, and they're not exactly all over Valdemar yet, but they are reasonably close by to the eastern edge, so they're actually going to stop off at a compound halfway through. A lot of vehicles now going down in the top right-hand quadrant of the map. No surprise there. They have a very, very long way to go. These distances are quite unforgiving on Miramar, and you really don't want to be stuck out in the middle of nowhere with miles and miles to get to the circle and no transport other than your own 2 legs. First crate of the game is coming down, and I'm fairly certain no one's going to be able to get that, but let's go ahead and take a look anyway. Wait. There it is. I was like, hang on a second, where'd it go? What an excellent place for a crate to land. I'll tell you what, if anyone gets this, they definitely deserve the crate. And look at... Oh, this is just beautiful. I mean, if that isn't an AWM, I'm going to be really disappointed. Sam, show us what it is. Put us out of our misery. This better be a sniper. This better be a sniper. It's an AUG! I mean, you know, better than a kick up the bum, but at the same time, you really want a sniper to take advantage of this position. If anyone gets that, I will be thoroughly impressed with their dedication. P.S. They're not actually going to get that. So who else now is outside the circle and is potentially looking for a fight? We're looking at Team 11. This is Fendog. This is Team Steel Series, ladies and gentlemen. You kill Fendog, you kill Poseidon, you get yourself a mouse. We will mail it to you. There's Hollaberry as well. 3 out of 4. Parody UK is there too. Only 2 of them with helmets at the moment. Presumably because they are looking to show off their absolutely luscious heads of hair. Now remember, downing them doesn't do anything. You have to kill them. So Team Kill Steelies, I think, is going to be definitely a thing. As soon as they show up in the kill feed, everyone will wander round to them. Redneck Randy spotting Wild Otter coming through. Very nicely done. Good peek and very economical, actually, with the barrel. Not wasting many bullets at all. That is Wild Otter down for team number 2. Uncle Bobby's Lizard Farm. Currently going 1 player short. It's just a scout player. There's nobody else there looking to back him up at the moment. So unfortunately, that's almost certain death as far as Wild Otter is concerned. A couple more bullets will confirm the kill, and Redneck Randy on the team Hard Brexit, number 18. Controversial team name. It's okay. Team 19 is Soft Brexit. They cancel each other out. They really don't. These guys will be getting themselves a kill early on in this game. So 17 teams and 61 alive so far. It's all about the rotations early game, and I think map's reasonably large, and there are enough people, enough vehicles rotating in that we haven't really seen any major disagreements so far. We just caught a vehicle near Oasis. That would be team number 6, Chundi, Wacko Taco. Moving, in fact, all 4 of them, actually, inside a single vehicle, so potentially disastrous if they happen to pass someone with a couple of 7.62 weapons and a little bit of full auto action. Stovall has 13 bullets and a Vector. I don't really think he's going to net himself a quad kill with that. But he will have safe passage. He just has an awful long way to go. That's Uncle Bobby's Lizard Farm. He's so far away from the rest of his team. That is not good at all. As long as he can locate a vehicle, though, anything is possible. Presumably, the Lizard Farm also contains sneaky snakes. And they will be able to go ahead and make their way into circle number 1. Doge on Team 10. This is the top tier trash, ladies and gentlemen. Some great team names this time around. Moving up towards Katie. No doubt they are going to try and find themselves a spot in the circle soon. Now, this is... Getting into this circle, if you're one of the last teams to get into the circle, this could be a problem. There are a lot of teams from the north, a lot of teams from the east coming in. Randy runs the risk of running into... Oh, that's not his alt look. That's Sam. We're fine. He's possibly trying to bait some shots out there. I would laugh so hard if that got him a headshot, but that's rather unlikely, to be honest, at this point of the game. And Randy will comfortably survive. And hopefully make his way into the circle. So what I was saying before is that if we take a look at the map for just a second, there are an awful lot of teams coming from the north and east into this circle. I'm a little bit worried that, for example, that road northeast of Pegado could get a little bit crowded, or maybe the northern tip of Los Leones could have 2 or 3 different teams contesting each one of those points as these guys drive down and move their way into the circle. You don't often see too many engagements in the first circle, but these guys are leaving it late enough that it's entirely possible. Team 18 now moving across Team 10. That's Hard Brexit and top tier trash. Looks like they will pass like ships in the night for now. Doge deciding it's not worth taking shots, or they weren't quite in position. Sniper shots being taken now. That's lightened from Team 6. This is Chundi looking for an early down onto the Tragic 4, but won't find his target at the moment. Redneck Randy still plugging away in that buggy. It's quite a long distance to cover. All 4 people from Chundi getting back into the same vehicle. So continuing with the one vehicle approach here. A little bit risky if you happen to pass someone very, very close by, but look at this. There is the train of people coming into the circle, and that is going to be the source of some rather major disagreements. Team 9 now, the Hillbillies, chasing Team 14, Dog Legion, down a road, trying to get it down. Leaning out of the Murado. Airtran is alone, by the way, in the Murado in front. So very happy to just try and hightail out of there as quickly as possible. Not really wanting to go off-road in that vehicle. Weaving from side to side on the road. But he just wants to get out of there as quickly as he can. And it looks like Team 9 are going to give chase. Interesting. It's all... Vomav could actually stop in front and try and do a little bit of spray and pray. Because there are lots of targets, frankly, in that Murado for Team 9. The Team 14 would be in a good position to start spraying. A lot of these vehicles now going to be very close together as they move further into the circle. It's only 2 teams at the moment, but it could turn out to be a 3- or 4-way fight, depending on who is going to be moving into this position in just a second. Now into the circle. We're looking at the northern edge of Picado. Who is going to stop first? Team 9 still giving chase. The Murado's now off-road, not half as good. Air Titan running as quickly as he can. This car, though, getting very close to blowing up. He's out of the car, looking for the shots. 4 people in that Murado, remember. Team 9 are going to be stopping as well. Team 14, where is Air Titan's teammate? Doing a good job of getting behind cover there as well. That's going to make it very difficult here for Hillbillies to close the distance. He will be able to spot them in third person. That's Vomav around the side. He's got a Murado of his own to use for cover. The wheels have been taken out of it now, and they are committing to this fight. So Dog Legion and the Hillbillies, one of these teams is not going to get out of here alive. That's Air Titan in an excellent position. Him and his teammate Vomax have got these guys pincered right now. And all of a sudden, Team 9, the Hillbillies, are down to 2. Maybe a little bit of greed. Down to 1 now is Multicom, the only person left alive inside that shack. Frags coming out left, right, and center. An excellent frag grenade from Air Titan. And the greed does not pay off for the Hillbillies, who are the first team eliminated from game number 1 here in the PUBG Reddit end of season tournament. Dovlex, ooh, getting a little bit of a team kill down onto Zerk as well, but that's in the process of eliminating top-tier trash. Is there anyone left on Team 10? 16 team alive, so someone is still there. Yes, it looks like Clover managed to get away, but unfortunately she is on her lonesome in a very nice-looking, I have to say, Black Murado. Very, very smart-looking car. Unfortunately, down to just 1 person on the team this early on. Oh, and we have our first blue zone casualty in Budio. That comes as the M249. Less useful, I have to say, on Miramar than it is on the other maps, but ridiculously potent weapon nonetheless. You tend to be a little bit better off, or you tend to enjoy the company of a powerful sniper rifle on Miramar just a little bit more than you would on Erangel or Sanok. But a crate weapon is a crate weapon, and of course getting level 3'd up, very important as well. Looks like Team 14, the Dog Legion, just going to finish off that Murado there from earlier on when they took out the Hillbillies. An excellent car chase leading to our first major fight like we predicted earlier. Just the one so far though. So reasonably impressed with that. I thought we might see more than one, but that was quite an interesting team fight to get us started. And there are 3 more games after this one as well, so there's absolutely no rush. Team Steel Series, the 4 o'clock position of the next circle. Just chilling out, doing their best to get looted up and just playing it as it comes. They're not being ultra aggressive. They're trying to preserve their position. Playing passive, but also playing smart. It's a good way to get into the top 5. See if it pays off for them. Stovall now rushing in. Has to rush very quickly. If he crashes this motorbike, he is completely toast. I am so following this. He's down to 25% hit points. I think he will manage to make it in. I'm not sure we're going to see a flip. We might do. Ugh, scary mask. 1 foot on the ground. First aid kit. Now we keep running into the circle. No real points of contention just yet, except for the Hulk killing himself. That's Awkward. That's team number 3. Team Dadarol. Not necessarily getting off to the best of starts here. Wow, that is quite far away. That is Team 2K. Taking a couple of shots at I don't even know who in the distance here. That is how far away they are. Silenced SLR from downtown. Oh, pardon me. Definitely not silenced. Must have been a different gun. But not really finding any purchase, unfortunately. That's Team 4. Tea Party. To the east of Chumachera. And they have themselves a nice position in a compound, although they don't have too much uphill visibility from where they are. Team Steel Series. Oh, do Team Steel Series have a bit of company? Or am I reading that wrong? I think I was reading that wrong and it just happened to be the names. No, they're not that close. That's actually Team 10. I thought there was actually... I saw the grey name underneath and thought it was a grey team. So I do beg your pardon there. Clover has sandwiched herself between Team Steel Series and Team... I think that's Team... Tea Party. So Clover's journey into the next circle is going to be interesting and worth watching. We'll see if she can make it out alive there. Vomav gets taken out by Dadarol. Remember, Vomav, part of Dog Legion, they were the guys who took out Hillbillies earlier on where we saw that team fight. It looks like they're losing one of their own now. Team Dadarol really taking names. They were involved against the top tier trash earlier as well, if I recall correctly. They're doing very, very well indeed this game. It's a pity the prizes aren't awarded on the number of knocks, because these guys would certainly be in the lead right now. That's a rather questionable frag grenade, but I guess it lets the rest of Team 14 know that he's there. Dog Legion now have a tremendously difficult time getting into circle. But we also have someone coming in from the back. They will not be expecting John 41 to be in the blue zone himself. And that is airtight and down. Vomav has actually... Vomav has gotten up and he's going to be able to get his teammate up as well, but are they going to be able to heal? And if they're able to heal, how are they going to get into the circle? This is the worst case scenario right now. Dog Legion are stuck between a rock and a hard place, or a shack and a... well, shack and a vehicle to be precise. Not an awful lot they can do, and the frag, well, at the third or fourth time of asking, is good. John 41 will be able to complete the kill on both of them, and that is team number 14, Dog Legion, I believe, out of the game now. So very nicely done by Team Dadarol. Tea Party have them in their sights, but from an extremely long distance. Duck doing his best to grab a couple of kills early on. Ooh, nice hit, actually. Team Dadarol would do well to find themselves just a little bit of cover. Ugh. If they can get away from this and rotate out past a Tea Party, they'll know that the team here will effectively act as gatekeepers for everyone else on the east side of the circle. They'll be reasonably happy with their position because they just need to focus on looking north. Gatekeeping the circle here as well. This is Team DX on Team Chundi. You'll remember Team Chundi as the team who all snuggled up and came in a single truck. Team 7, DX. Moaz going down, though. Light and deciding enough was enough. Snipe the helmet clean off his head. Falco getting a headshot onto John 41 as well. So that Tea Party Team Dadarol. Long distance engagement has claimed a victim here. I don't think Team Dadarol will be able to revive their teammate. Unfortunately, here's Clover. There goes Clover. And Banana with an excellent precision shot, actually. I was expecting a lot of full auto into the vehicle. Nope, none of that. Couple of shots through the windscreen. Beautiful, clean headshot. And that takes Clover and top tier trash out of the game. Hollowberry, though, attracted by the sound, takes out Banana. Down as well as kill with the M16. And that's Team Steel Series as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, Steel Series getting their mark, well, getting their names on the scoreboard this time around. Jonesy playing sneaky snake behind them. Little does he know there are prizes on offer if he manages to get one of those kills. In a little bit of a 1v4 situation at the moment, though, so less likely to be interested at this time. The rest of Team Datterall now have found a vehicle and are trying to rotate further north to get out of the sights of Tea Party, but are finding it difficult at the moment. Just very sparse, not a lot of cover here on Miramar, where they are rotating into Chumacera. They have a second person down as well, which are trying to use the vehicle as cover. And wait. And the person who was down, which I think was Zerk, on the kill feed ran himself over. I've got no idea how that happened, but we're just going to roll with it. Dovlex getting the down onto Lightened in the meantime, so it looks like they are fighting back. And John 41 goes down to the zone, so that is that for him. Really struggling now, our team number 3, Team Datterall. On the south side of the circle, this is a crate that might be on offer as well for the winner of this engagement between Team 2K and Steel Series. Is that Parody UK getting out of the game? That's a down. Oh dear, and he does go down and is out as well. Iob 2K winning himself a mouse for taking that kill onto Steel Series, but now the question is, will the rest of the squad survive as well? No. Hollaberry goes down too, and that Steel Series completely and utterly wiped out. Thank you very much for the equipment donation, says Team 2K, as they block Team Steel Series from getting into the circle. No kill steals here. They took all of them for themselves. If one person kills all 4 people, do we send them 4 mice? I presume not, right? You'd think it'd be capped at 1 per person per game. That would be the sensible thing, but I don't actually know what the rules are. RecPal now getting pushed by 2 people. Hard Brexit pushing up against MCH. He's got a little bit more of a defensible position, basically due to third-person mechanics, but I don't think that outdoes the fact that it's a 1v3 effectively. So, Hard Brexit have to decide if they want to be pushing this position. It looks like they are leaving for now, recognizing that that 1v3 isn't really a threat. RecPal will live to fight another day, but he still has to decide what he's doing from here. Not very clear at all. There's not really anyone near this sort of position at the moment, but there are plenty of people on the edges of the circle that might be looking to push in. Hard Brexit very close to the center. And they have spotted Team DX on the outskirts, being edgelords at the moment in Chumacera, but to be honest, who can blame them? It's CQB. If you head into the town, they don't know how many teams are there, and they move off to their north, it's completely sparse and open. So it's not the... They've got choices, but it's not the most ideal position to be in. Jonesy, in the meantime, going full Bush Wookie to see if he can be one with the haystacks and get his team into some solid points. What else have we got going on? Things to look out for in the next circle, boys and girls. Team number 4, Team Party, are all the way off on the right-hand side. They have a compound to their own, and it's not dangerous for them right now. But if the circle hard shifts to the left, it will be dangerous for them. They'll have to come in past Hard Brexit. They'll have to come in possibly past Team Datterall, or what remains of it as well. And Team Chundi, very close to Team Datterall in the top right. But really, it's Chumacera and the top left of the next circle that is going to be where the next piece of action comes. You're watching up here in the southern part of the circle, looking at Team PUBG, who are in the 8 o'clock position. Still got all 4 members, but one of them down at the moment. This tinderbox, though, is going to be the west. You can see Team 16, 12, 2, 13, 7. Very close to each other right now. Super Turban. That's Team number 16, the Tragic 4. They've got one down, looking for a way to safely revive and get back into the action. They're getting pushed now from Team 2. This is Uncle Bobby's Lizard Farm. I believe he is a solo at the moment. He is indeed. Stovall, he'll take the team wipe if he can get it, but really, he just wants to get to zone safely. And if the guys didn't hear that, they certainly do now. People in the stalls, please do not disturb. He get one down. He might be able to get a second as well. That Vector is an absolute laser. Oh my goodness, and Stovall gets Habitual Boomer and Avengers Army, rudely interrupting their session in the toilet cubicles. And that is 2 down for the Shattered Empire, team number 12. Uncle Bobby's Lizard Farm will live on, but he's very, very close to the Tragic 4. Tragic 4, currently a Tragic 3, but they are effectively in the building next door. And it is 3 of them versus 1 of him. A lot of bullets going down underneath, but Donsel spotting that there are multiple vehicles, maybe not wanting to attract too much attention. God, I thought Sprucey was an enemy just for a second. Good restraint, good restraint. Pepe spotting some long distance shots. Oh, but gets absolutely wrecked by a third party from Kira. Team 2K doing tremendously this game. Sprucey from Hard Brexit going down like a sack of potatoes. He will be able to get revived, though. They were on the high ground, which of course means as soon as you're down, it's quite likely that you end up popping out of view. Dovlex gets taken down by Chundi, and as a result, Team Dadarol will be exiting game number 1 in 12th place. They had a little bit of a nightmare rotation. Very strong Team Dadarol, but maybe having to go through a couple too many teams en route to this next circle. Chumacera very, very crowded right now. One team in each of the compounds on either side of the road. Space Army 73 looking for a safe place to heal. As soon as he puts his head above that concrete block, he will have it taken off as well, so not a great place for him to be. Duck gets sniped from inside. Brutal from Jwick there. Oh, and almost getting the person reviving as well. He sees him there. It's just out of view. And Jwick can't quite get the down. Washed up in Sanok looking for those kills onto Tea Party. Misses Coldy only slightly. Duck's going to heal up now. We'll see if he wants to have another go. Rekpal left alone earlier, but still so close to so many people. He just goes to the window. He will see Space Army right there, basically naked. It's a free kill, but he doesn't know he's there. Rekpal would have options, but he has to use them. Looks like Space Army instead is going to be able to get all the loot he wants, but if he goes further up into the building, then it's another opportunity for Rekpal to wreck face. So, in the middle of Chumacera at the moment, no fewer than 4 teams. We have 13 and 15 on the south side. That's Washed Up in Sanok and Team 2K. On the north side, we have Team 7 and Team 4. That's DX and Tea Party. These teams in very close proximity to each other, and the next circle as well will eliminate north of the road, which means those buildings will no longer be safe haven for hiding in. I'm starting to think Rekpal's just AFK. Straight up. Not gonna lie. He's doing a good job of staying alive, though. We gotta give him credit for that. We rejoin Hard Brexit. We get spotted and shot at from so many different angles, but still continue insisting to live on. Much like Hard Brexit. 3 of them at the moment, managing to get it down onto Chundi, which is nice. Akephalos will be slightly annoyed. Headshot from distance there. Not really too much he could have done about it unless he spotted and shot them first. DX grabbing a frag, close quarters combat now against Washed Up in Sanok. This is Jinx looking for the trade kill. And Jwick will come in on cleanup instead. That is so many kills right now. Team 2K also taking out Oxmeister. And that does mean that several members of Team DX go down to 2 different squads at exactly the same time. But Squad 13 Washed Up in Sanok must be thinking to themselves, hang on a second, weren't we supposed to be killing them? Why have we got someone else in the kill feed? So they're going to be asking themselves questions about how many squads are close by. Falco just going down, but managing to get down behind the broken wall, so Sprucey won't be able to get that confirmed kill onto Tea Party. So close there. Sprucey reviving Tonsil in the meantime. Oh my god, that frag grenade was beautiful. Right on top of Coldy. Falco doesn't get revived, and instead Coldy is the one that has to get revived now, as Duck will be able to help him out, but Falco is well and truly out of the game. An excellent frag grenade there, and more to come as well from Team 2K. Cooking them, well, slightly questionably. I would argue that's undercooked. So no dinner for you in the next couple of seconds, but that was beautiful stuff against Falco and Coldy. In the meantime, Rekpal still just chilling out. Space Army has now gone all the way to the top of the building. There is no way Space Army knows that Rekpal is here. It's going to be interesting given where they need to rotate to. These circles have been a little bit brutal, to be honest, for the teams that find good locations. They keep forcing them to rotate out of them and into places where they are exposed. So all of a sudden, team number 18, Hard Brexit, are looking like they're in a good position. I never thought I would be saying those words on a recorded broadcast, but there you go. Hard Brexit is a good position to be in right now. Question mark. But they have a reasonable amount of ground. There's the tiniest bit of high ground that could be frustrating for them, but almost certainly would be eliminated the next time the circle shrinks, so they're going to be quite okay. They've got no one behind them as well in the 3 o'clock position, and everyone rushing in from Chumacera. So I have to say, team number 18 are doing very well for themselves, and this has become a little bit of a cat and mouse game. Team 15, Team 13, Team 4, Team 7, we were talking about them earlier. That's Team 2K, washed up in Sanok, Tea Party, and DX. Are now going to get increasingly squeezed. All 4 of them have to move. They have to move in conjunction with each other. There has to be some sort of understanding. There is no understanding here. Vertex 2K with the double, finishing off Coldy and Duck. And Team PUBG as well. Oh, I beg your pardon. That's a Tea Party. Will be completely eliminated from this game. Third parties, though, coming in thick and fast. Team number 8, the MCH, are eliminated, but so many deaths on Team 2K as well. They were fighting Team 18 Hard Brexit and Team 8 MCH at the same time there. Really not ideal, and Donsel getting another down. I think Jinx might be the only surviving member of Team 13. No, not quite. She is down, so there's still someone else here. But Sprucey will finish the kill very quickly. That is Jay Wick at the wall. Gets into the smoke, but where the heck is he going here? He's got Team 15, Team 2K on one side of him, and Team 18 Hard Brexit sniping him from the other. And this position is just absolutely fantastic for these guys to be in. Jay Wick hanging on by the skin of his teeth. Washed up in Sanok are going to be washed up in Miramar. He hasn't really got time to heal as well. The blue zone's coming in, looking to try and hug the cliff face in the hopes that the angle will save him. It will not. Jay Wick is down, and washed up in Sanok is going to bow out of this game. Space Army now rotating in, finding himself a little bit of a pickle. Tries to chuck a frag grenade into the window, successfully blows up a couple of fences instead. Martino versus his teammate is down, but there's no way he can get to him to revive him as well. A couple of frag grenades might genuinely do the trick there, but he really has to cook them just right. That could be a good one. It's not. I thought that might have gotten Mexican Brother. But he is comfortably behind that wall. 4 teams left and 9 people alive. And dare I say it, Hard Brexit might actually get pulled off here. Question mark. I think all 4 of them are still alive. No, 3 of them are still alive. We have Team 19. Soft Brexit. Yay! Go Jonesy. Bringing a little bit of balance. Where's Team Second Referendum? They don't appear to be represented in this team. In this game, rather. Maybe we'll rename one of the teams next time around. But a lot of action is going to happen as the teams shift right. And it actually plays into Jonesy's favor, provided he doesn't get found first by Pepe Melk. Pepe Melk and Jonesy almost on top of each other right now. Jonesy choosing to stay silent and not shoot, which is absolutely the correct thing to do. Just kind of chilling out now in the back of this truck. He will have heard Pepe. Won't want to move. 3 teams left. 7 alive. It's 3 from Team 18, Hard Brexit, versus 1 from Team 19, Soft Brexit. Versus 3 from Team 16. The Tragic 4, or now the Tragic 3, are actually doing rather well indeed. And as soon as we say that, though, Donzel getting a very, very clean knock onto Mexican Brother. And Sprucey will be able to finish him off as well. So, very nicely done there. Some slightly interesting grenade throwing as we rush in, and unfortunately, there's nowhere to go. You have to rush in. The circle is pushing you in. Donsel will finish off that team. And this game, in game number 1, has legit gone to Hard Brexit versus Soft Brexit. I didn't even think that could happen. We all thought it was a joke at the beginning. It's actually happened now. Donsel very close to Jonesy. Spots him. Gets the down. Other side. And into the blue to get the final kill. Pepe and Team Hard Brexit will be your winners in game number 1, ladies and gentlemen. That was the EU third-person tournament. For game number 2, we move on to NA and still play third person. In second place, we had Banana and Jonesy, Soft Brexit. They did incredibly well for themselves. And in third place, Super Turban, Lego Guy, Overtable, and Mexican Brother. Also doing really well as the Tragic 4, team number 16, who finish in third place. So that's our first game of 4. Remember, EU, NA, third person, and first person. All combinations of these games will get played. We're going to go to a quick break now as we add up the points and get the lobby ready for game number 2. That was the first of 4 games in the PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds PUBG Reddit October tournament. I'm Jarasar, your observer is SamWalton. We'll see you in a moment.